Hey guys, SuburbanKnight here. What's going on? So today I thought I'd jump in the shed and do another little do-it-yourself. So as you can see, a little bit on the bike has changed since I last was in here. I've plasti dipped my wheels white, as you can see. There's a little bit still stuck in the tyres, but that's alright, it'll come off. I think it looks pretty good. I basically did it just to, see what it would look like and see if it was worthwhile painting them, and I really like it, so probably going to get them powder coated at some stage. Okay, so the reason we're in the shed today is this is going to be part 2 of Unleash the Unicorns, Derestricting the MT07. So since we were last in here, I've done a couple of little bits and pieces. I don't know if you can see in here, basically there's runners coming off this airbox, and I'm going to show you some pictures. I'll put them up here. These are from Greg. Now, the Lamb's bike has a little, on the internal part of the intake runner, there's a big lip, and you basically grind that down, and you get, I'm not going to say full power, but it's certainly a nice little increase, and certainly a restriction in the exhaust. This has been proven by the high output stacks being compared, and you can see that there's a difference. So either grinding these out or buying the high output version intake runners, or the intake runners from the UK or any of those bikes, will ultimately give you a little bit more, from about $5 grand up. I've spoken about this before. I haven't shown you how to do it. I will show you some pictures. Basically, we come around this side. You need to take this whole airbox out. You need to take the tanks off, the airbox out. Everything has to come off this side of the engine. Doing that, you're going to do it at your own risk. If you're not good with a Dremel and you think, I'd much rather just keep things, my stock parts, so I can revert back, buy the high output pipes. I'll show pictures, do what you need to do. I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm not going to be responsible for you fucking things. The next thing I've done is, thanks to Travis, is he's gone out and got a whole bunch of these restrictor plates manufactured. Now the stock one would stop about here, and now goes to there. That's wide open throttle. That's been a big increase. Very, very, very big increase. Holy moly. And now it feels like a real bike. The last thing I've done is this 46 tooth through sprocket. Now you're going to ask, why? Well, it gives a little bit more punch. You need to have the chain all the way. It's fairly tight, but it's okay. Still just within spec. There is a little bit of on the inside of the swing arm you need to grind off so you can get the axle through. Plus you get these. This is fucking looking shit, but that's alright. Once again, just to see what it would look like, and obviously plasti dip being plasti dip, it just peels off. So next thing I've done, installed a ram mount. You've probably seen that in my latest videos. Apart from that, nothing. I've done over 20,000 Ks, first service, I may just like valve clearance check is coming up. So I guess you're asking, why are we in the shed today, SuburbanKnight? It's not to do the headers again, even though they're looking dirty. It's not to install indicators. As I said, to install this. Oh yeah. It's FlashTune.com. This here, I'll just give them a shout out. Big thanks to Graves Motorsport for their amazing customer service, their follow-up on, you know, ordering this, making sure the payments have gone through clearly. I ordered this last week and it arrived this week, which is not too bad. So a big thanks to them. I will be getting your quick shifter kit and doing an install and a review on that. So I guess you're wondering what's in the box. Okay, so it comes with instructions. It's basically just a sheet to say go to our website. Here you have the USB cable that you plug into your computer. It has a nice waterproof style plug, heat shrink, you know, nice solid cables, which is really nice. Put that there. Comes with a few stickers, which is always nice, good for a couple more horsepower, and a reservoir cover, which I don't know how I'm going to fit because of how my reservoir is. It might just fit, I don't know, we'll figure that out later. It comes with this cable. This cable, basically, these run into your ECU. I will not be showing the pin outs because I feel that that's basically leaving it open for a lot of their other guys. Basically it's 3 pins and an earth. What I really liked was they even supplied a waterproof plug, because this is a bike side kit. You can get a bench kit that comes with a power supply, and you take the ECU out, plug the power in, and it, you know, you flash it on a bench, not on the bike. This with a waterproof socket, and you can, yeah, how good is that? Fucking awesome. So this is what we're installing. Once that's installed, for MT07 you need bike harness number 9. This was made on the 5th of February, so a little bit old, but that's okay. I like how they've used the braid sheath, heaps of heat shrink, make sure it's secure. Some of these little zip ties, and this, well, this is, you don't use these heat shrinks for my bike or the MT07, because there are on some other bikes some extra pins where you have to join them together and then put heat shrink over them, and I'm not sure why, but this bike you do not need it. Which, look, 3 fucking plugs into your ECU and an earth. How hard could it be? Now, you all know how to, well, you should all know how to pull your fucking tank off by now. If you've done your other restrictions, you should know how to do that. So what I'm going to do is we'll show that. It's pretty straightforward. Anyone who doesn't know how to do it, feel free to watch. It's going to take about 5 minutes, so I will speed it up. I'm not going to be talking throughout this process. And then from there, what we shall do is I will go grab the laptop. We will install this because I've forgotten the pinout numbers, and then from there we'll drop a tune on it. Now this ECU is not, this flash kit is not a power commander, although you can use power commander maps, which I find pretty handy, which is what I'm going to be doing in the meantime. We will then show a few features of the actual software and what it's all about. I'm sure there's going to be a few questions, so I just got notification that the quick shift update has gone through the FlashTune ECU software for this bike. So that is coming shortly. Graves said they're going to have their kits in about a week. From there, hopefully I can, I can get my hands on one and install a quick shifter. Should be pretty good. The good thing about this kit is you don't need to run anything to your coils. Your bike stays, for all intensive purposes, stock. You plug this in, you unplug it, your bike is tuned. Now I will be getting a dyno tune just to make sure the AFRs are right at some point. The power commander maps, from what I've been told, are pretty damn good. So, not perfect, but good. So we will move on to basically pulling the bike apart. We'll chuck that there for the moment because we're not going to need it. Some things you are going to need are some Allen keys, probably a red. So that's enough for the moment. I'll be back and we will have our tools outlined to remove this tank section. Ultimately you need to undo this, you need to undo this. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts there, a clip here, a bolt under there. You have to remove the seat, which is 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, and then you just go boom. It's fucking easy. Alright, so first things first, we're going to remove the seat. I'm going to speed this all up because you guys should know how to do this. So, remove the seat, remove the tank, and then I'll show you how to do the ECU pin out. From there, basically we jump on the laptop, and yeah, we'll make it all work. Alright, so here goes. Alright, so set that aside. Alright, so we undo the ECU from its little holder thingy. Alright, and then there is a little, I've got to remember how to do this. Alright, and that's the ECU. Alright, so we don't actually need this right now. There's your pin out. Each one of those goes to one of those, goes to a sensor on the bike. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so there's apparently some locking tabs. Alright, so you just push those in. Now, what we do, we're going to need a bike side loom, which is this. Now, they do give a fair bit of actual loom here, so you can kind of figure out where you want to put it. Obviously we're going to have the loom about here, and then we're going to have the earth running, probably run the earth down to here. Okay guys, we're back, and it's installed. Took a little bit to actually get going. My best advice, if you're going to use this little mount here, just give it a bit of a sand to take some of the paint away, just so it earths out properly. These pins, you've got to push them in really far. You feel them click, and once they've clicked in, they go in all the way down. So you don't just push it into here, push it all the way down until they actually click in. The hardest one is the one that needs to go in the middle, but apart from that, it's pretty easy. Now I'll just show you basically a quick run around of the actual system, or the software I should say. So you've got your maps here. Now basically we've got the stock ECU map here, which pretty straightforward. This here basically is your TPS versus your RPM, your map sensor versus RPM, and your bias. I haven't played with any of this yet. Basically you can change your idle speed, which is pretty cool, so you can warm up the bike a little bit quicker. You can change your rev limiters. Yeah, it's gonna cause damage, so don't do it. Alright, just don't, it's not worth it. You can adjust your fan temps. So I have on stock, it comes in at 100, turns off at 96. You can import fuel commander maps. I'll just show you quickly. Basically that gives you the adjustment tables. So this is your TPS along the top and your RPM along the side. So basically from, you don't make any changes. Sorry about the door. And you can really see some stuff here. You can see those adjustments, so that's pretty cool. So if you just want to do a base map, get the bike running for an exhaust, and you were just going to get a power commander, get one of these, because you get so much more with it. Graves, AP Moto Arts have both got flashes, so if you've got a Graves exhaust, speak to the guys at Graves. You know, they might be able to do you with a deal, considering you've already bought the exhaust. I do know they were offering some pretty good deals back a few months ago. They might be able to honour it. Give them a call or shoot them an email. They're really good guys at Graves, so you should be able to get all the help you need. Their maps are updated every time they do R&D, and they make things better. You know, that map becomes available to FlashTune ECU users. I've currently got, for the sake of just getting a file on the exhaust, on the bike, I have installed the Graves full system map. I've yet to have a play around with anything else, but basically I'll just open up a map here. Now you can then, one of the best things is you can link your map. So if you want to make the same changes to cylinder 1 as you do cylinder 2, you can go to link map. You pick that change, and basically now those maps are linked. So if you make a change here, it's going to make it on cylinder 1, it's going to make it on cylinder 2 as well. That comes in really handy. You know, it saves you making changes in both. Now you can also compare two maps, so it might be a little bit silly picking. So basically, I believe this shows a difference between the two maps. I'm not 100% sure, but these are your RPM down the side. I believe this is, I'm not sure what that is, but you know, I'm not a tuner. Then you've basically got your map versus RPM. Open this up. You can then choose your map to compare, so you can see the differences between the maps, and you can see there's some pretty decent differences here. Obviously the bigger the number, green is basically even, nothing's changed. As you can see here, as it starts getting up to 3s, you know, neg 3s, it starts going blue, and 1s, they start changing colour a little bit. That's very, 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 very smooth, the Graves full system map. I took it for a quick spin and I was like, wow, it's really good. So you can see your differences there. Ignition, obviously you map, these are your map numbers, and then basically from here you can then compare that to cylinder 2. Basically there's no difference. This basically just maps out each gear. So cylinder 2, gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5, gear 6, and it tells you what map number you sit on. You've obviously also got, this is where you actually change things. You've got a couple extra maps in there, obviously for neutral, so I'm going to use that for now. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. I'll just show you. You go in here, go to device, and you just click write ECU. I'm not going to do it because it takes a few minutes. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just want to say once again thanks to the guys at Graves Motorsport for their quick shipping. I ordered this on, I think it was Wednesday last week. It was sent on the Thursday. It arrived here in the country on Monday, and Australia Post got it to me by Wednesday. So not too bad. I'm not going to complain. Thanks to the guys at FlashTune ECU for making all of this possible. I cannot wait to get this baby on the dyno, get someone who actually knows what they're doing with this software to get the most out of this bike. So all in all, I think this, you know, it's also got the quick shift kit coming. So you can see in here under the ECU modules you have quick shifter. So all I need to do when the kit comes is install it on the bike, click activate, and basically from there, you know, I can basically set the map. From there you can activate your delay, sensor type, all that sort of stuff. So it is super easy to make that work. Cannot believe how quick and easy it was to install. It's 3 wires and earth. You know, the hardest thing with any of this is probably finding the tools. You know, the three little things that you need, you know, which you have on your bike. You don't need tools. You can use the toolkit that comes with the bike to install this. So yeah, I am super stoked. I'm going to go put my bike back together, neaten up all the wiring, and you know, ensure I'm able to get all this you know, on the bike, so I'm able to use this down the track and not have to worry about pulling the bike apart to get to the plug. Once again, thanks to the guys at Graves Motorsport. Go check them out. They do heaps of stuff in racing in the States. They offer exhausts, they offer, you know, protection to your bike, and all in all, this little harness from FlashTune ECU, Graves are a reseller. The customer service is amazing, so thanks to the guys there. Thanks to you guys for watching. If you have any questions, queries, anything you're unsure of, if you've got any advice, please give us a shout out, shoot me a message or leave a comment, and I'm more than happy to answer what I can. Next is probably a dyno tune. Probably get this bad boy on the dyno, see what she does. I will be doing that after my service, and then from there I'll be pretty much happy for a while. I think, like, this bike, after the modifications that I've done to the airbox, the modifications I've done to you know, the throttle restrictor, now the tune, it's a lot better. I cannot wait. A few little more cosmetic things are coming up. If you guys want to see anything in particular and it's not you know, too out of the ordinary, please let us know, see what I can do. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you like the video, subscribe. If you don't, fuck off. I don't really care. And yeah, leave a comment, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put this fucking thing back together, which really will only take me 5 minutes, which is probably the best part about all of this. It's a super easy thing to install. Anyone can install it. You can leave your bike stock, take your cable, and you know, if you want to take your own laptop, I don't know if dyno tuners will allow that, but you get your own license. So basically all you're doing is paying for their time to tune the bike and the time on the dyno, which really, it shouldn't cost you too much. They don't have to pay for a license, so they're able to tune your bike. You're bringing the license to them. I'm just going to turn some beats on. I'll see you guys later, and we'll leave it at that. I think it's been a very easy mod to do. I would suggest this to anyone. If you can undo like 5 bolts, you know, which you've probably already done before, and yeah, I reckon this is an awesome little mod for anyone to do. So I shall I'm going to turn on some tunes. I'm going to put my bike back together. What are we going to listen to? Some dubstep? Some melodic dubstep. Melodic dubstep. Where are we? Something went wrong. Oh no. We'll listen to this. Oh yeah. Get this shit going. Alright guys, that's enough from me. Thanks so much for watching. This has been another SuburbanKnight do-it-yourself motovlog. I haven't really talked about motovlogging stuff Thanks very much. I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are half the reason I do this. The other half is, well, I don't have a life. So thanks very much. This is SuburbanKnight. Peace out. And I'll catch you guys, well, whenever you're here next. Take care, guys.